Hey everyone, I'm Alicia and welcome to my kitchen. I noticed while I was canning that my hummingbird feeder is low today. So I need to fill that up and I figured why not show you how I make hummingbird food. So this recipe only calls for 2 ingredients and most likely you're going to have both of those ingredients in your house. The first one is going to be just regular white sugar. You don't want to use brown sugar or light brown sugar or honey. It's not good for the hummingbirds. The second ingredient is going to be water, and you could use your tap water. We have well water that seems to be just fine. I've got my bowl of water. There is 4 cups of water in here, and now I need 1 cup of sugar. I've got my 1 cup of sugar, and I'm just going to add that directly into the really hot water. And I'm just gonna stir this until the sugar has completely dissolved. You can boil this on the stove. Say that this is too much for your feeder. You can also store this in the fridge. Now it will last longer if you boil it before you put it in the fridge. But now that I've realized that the hummingbirds don't like the one feeder that I have, they prefer the other, they really guzzle this down. And it doesn't have all those harmful dyes in there either. I think we're pretty good. I think the sugar is dissolved. So my canning funnel doesn't fit over this, so I'm gonna do the best that I can without making too much of a mess. Getting this in here. So this does have like a little spout on there. It'd probably help if you did have a bowl of some sort that had a spout on it. This is going a lot better than I thought it would. So I am gonna let this cool a little bit before I put this out there, just because the water is so hot. And I do have extra. This is the feeder that I got from the thrift store. I thought it was so pretty, and it was only a couple bucks, so I ended up getting it. I always wanted more hummingbird feeders, and this one called to me. I'm gonna try that base on. I'm not gonna tip it now because I think that's why it was in the thrift store, because it does leak pretty well when you're in the process of tipping it. Not so much like the other one. But I do have extra in the mason jar inside my fridge until I need more. I don't know how much exactly this recipe yields, but it almost fills up a mason jar, and then it fills this up as well. So it does make quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put this extra right in my fridge. Now that this has cooled, let's go ahead and put this outside for our feathered friends. You can see this one here is the one that they don't like that much. They've hardly touched that one. But once they realize that the orange one, I think it's carnival glass, because I googled it, but once they realize that's full, they're here constantly, which I absolutely love. I grew up watching hummingbirds on my grandparents' porch, and they would get mad and actually come up to the window when the feeders were empty. So it's a nice memory. I'm happy to say that the hummingbird feeder is full, and I'm sure they're going to be happy as well. It's still warm here, and we've been in the 80s and higher. It was 90 the other day, but it's starting to kind of taper down a little bit. It is supposed to get a little bit cooler, nothing too cool just yet. Well, it's that simple, and it's so much easier to make. Yes, you can buy it directly from the store, but the store has dyes in it where this does not. And so it's going to be so much healthier for your feathered friends. But I gotta go because my cans are done in the canner and I gotta get them out Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.